president coming for a visit, it comes at a time when there has been a notable uptick in some prominent anti-Semitism and some questions about how Republicans are responding to that, how the culture is responding to that. What is the president's view of how that might even influence the visit or be a subject of the visit, or how he believes the country should be responding to that? Kanye West has been a part of it. Others have been asked to respond to the corporate side of those sort of notable instances.
So I could just speak for the president and how he feels, and he feels that our administration and himself should respond to this. Let's not forget the president ran on healing the soul of our nation, right? After years of just years of division, years of hatred. And so he's been very clear on that and how important it is to make sure that he does that in this administration. So when racism or anti-Semitism rears its ugly head, he is going to call it out. And he has called it out. We should not allow that conversation to be existing, not just in the political discourse, but in our everyday lives. And so that is something that we're going to continue to call out, that the president's going to call out. It is ugly, it is dangerous, it is despicable, and he believes that that we should as leaders in the political party, leaders. It doesn't matter if you're which side of the aisle that you sit in. We should be calling this out, and that is something that again he's going to condemn, and he's going to be very, very clear to call this out in the strongest terms.
Does he think others have been timid in that area?
Look, I've talked about this before when we saw the situation in Los Angeles, and I was asked about the city council members specifically in Los Angeles, and they were Democrats. And we were very clear, it doesn't matter if there's a D or an R after your name, that we should call this out. And what is sad about this is you see Republicans in Congress who make these horrific, and not just in Congress, but across the spectrum, make these really vile and despicable comments about racism and anti-Semitism, and they don't call it out. And that is not going to be how the president is going to handle situations like this. He is going to call it out regardless of what side of the aisle you sit on, regardless of, again, if there's a D or an R after your name. There is no place at all for that type of vile belief or language in our political discourse.